mom says I was singing before I was talking, you know, just making all kinds of sounds. Always felt really inspired by music and singing my whole life. Growing up, I had my little singing group with my girlfriends. After school, we would go to somebody's house and work out the harmonies to all these hip-hop songs and make up dance moves, and it was always what I wanted to do with my time writing songs when I was little. You know, I think as often happens, there's a lot of negative ideas about pursuing music or art in general. I think my parents were very nervous about the financial implications of their daughter being a singer, a performer, and they had failed in being successful in that way for themselves. I think a lot of their fears they projected onto me. I think I was about 10. I was singing the national anthem at the opening day of the Little League festival for my town. There were thousands of people. I was 10 singing the national anthem with my two girlfriends. And, you know, to be fair, I definitely botched that high note a little bit. I tried to do this really fancy swoopy thing and it just didn't really land very well. And, you know, after the performance, I remember feeling like, okay, you know, well, I messed that part up, but like, hey, I sang the national anthem in front of all these people. I'm 10, like, whatever, you know, it's still a big accomplishment. But I remember my parents' reaction to that. They were so embarrassed of me and they didn't know what to say and they didn't know how to hold me with love and their embarrassment at the same time. And seeing them react that way really hurt me very deeply and made me feel like I should be ashamed of myself, or I should feel guilty for not getting it right, or that I was just going to fail every time, you know. And those ideas didn't come from me, they came from them. And I really see that now more clearly than I could have back then. But I realized that their reaction to that performance really made my voice go underground. You know, then I was super scared to sing in front of anybody for 15 years, like for, you know, all of high school, all of college. I remember I used to sing in the shower in college and my roommates would be like, what? You know, and then they'd try to get me to sing more and I was like, no, I can't. It was so debilitating, wanting to sing, but feeling that tightness in my throat and in my body with all of that emotion and all of those negative messages made it impossible for me to sing in front of others without feeling so nervous, like that I literally would just botch it, you know? So it really wasn't until I was, gosh, how old was I then when I first did Lauren's group? 26-ish? It wasn't until that point of my life where I decided, you know, singing is my passion, it's my destiny, it's what I want to do, and I need to do whatever it takes to unblock whatever is blocked so I can bring that out into the world. So I did Lauren's Reclaim Your Voice. It was one of her first iterations of that group. A small group of women, super edgy to have to sing and make up stuff on the spot in front of these other women. So many uncomfortable emotions got brought to the surface, but because it was held in that such a safe space with humor and compassion and not needing to be perfect, just letting it all out and being supported and held and seen by these other women who are also going through it, it broke down the dam. Like, that dam that was holding back all of that power for the majority of my life, like somehow through the brilliance of Lauren and these groups that she holds, totally got blown apart. And literally after that, my music career just really started to take off. I started performing with Lauren and these other women, coming up with original songs, doing harmonies, performing. It started just performing, you know, at farmers markets and open mics, but then built to like festivals and stages and recording in the studio and being part of these wonderful ensembles with other people. I would have not had the nerve to be able to do any of that before Lauren's group. Like I would have been so terrified. I literally would have like shaken myself away from it. But because I had had that experience, it really gave me the confidence and the strength to show up. I literally just didn't feel as nervous as I did before. Like the jitters and the whole closing thing is like all of that nervous energy had left my body. I don't want to say all of it. There was still some nerves there, but it was so much more manageable. I could show up, breathe through it and really be present on stage, whereas before I was just too scared to do any of that. And the more I did that, the more confident I got, the more positive reflections I started to get from other people about how my music affected them. And that is literally the best feeling in the world, when I share an original song and I see how it's impacted people. They come up to me afterwards with tears in their eyes, being like, that was so moving, that changed my life or helped me see something differently. There's no better feeling in the world to know that you've affected somebody like that with your own creativity, with what's coming out of you, and to be understood and felt so deeply by others. So that is an immense gift in my life that I knew I was wanting. I was craving that my whole life, but I was not brave enough to stand up on that stage and receive that kind of magic. And now I get to do that regularly as part of my life. And not only do I get that kind of reception from people, I also get paid to do it too. You know, it's like, it's becoming so much more integrated into my life, and just so much more easeful and joyful to do that. You know, it feels really good to step up on a stage and have that kind of confidence. It's a complete life changer. And you know, I say it all the time, like, Lauren is the person that made that possible for me, that was really there at that turning point in my growth to really help me establish that really strong foundation and confidence, so that I could grow from there and really like fulfill my life's purpose to be an artist. You know, it's like she made it possible for me to be the person that I was meant to be in this world, and like give the gifts to others that I was meant to give. It's just amazing. It's just totally transformative. It's literally changed my life. If you are a singer, or if not, you're just struggling with expressing yourself and removing the blocks that are in the way of you fully standing and being your full self on this planet Earth, Lauren can absolutely help you break down those barriers so you can step fully into yourself. I really recommend working with her. She's just amazing, and she will transform your life. It's true. It's true.